Jarvis, the 2006 champion from Muscatney, Vermont, in car number 28. The 0 is Mike Holdridge from Madison, Connecticut. Vinny Anarumo in car number 12, and Jimmy Kuhn in the number 72. John Spence puts the field under green, and we are pounding the pavement of the action track of the East. Seekonk Speedway, and down the back straightaway they blast. In the turn number 3, Grigas will be your first lap leader. Pasteryak running in the second spot. McKennedy goes third in the power miss number 73. Side-by-side action ensues off of turn number 2, Spencer and Hinckley. Hinckley tries to bring it up alongside the Nerf bars of the 67, less on the throttle, and he is going to move by into the 4th spot in the CMR, number 06. Mike Holdridge, second-generation racer, driving a brand-new mount for him in 2009. That's a Troyer Engineering number 0 modified. Rigas lays it, Pasteryak to Kennedy. Kennedy actually turned at 11.9 in the heat race. We got a caution for Dwight Jarvis out here in the front straightaway. So Jarvis driving car number 28, the 2006 champion, who's had a very long and successful career driving modifieds in New Hampshire, Monadnock Speedway, Claremont Speedway. Stella Speed sponsoring our Rookie of the Year fund. Here's the green flag. We go back to racing. John Spence and Josh Finade on the flag stand, and we pound the pavement on the back straightaway. Hinckley right up behind McKennedy as he laces the bottom of the number 4 corner. Stays down low, making Carl Pasteryak work. And McKennedy's going to go into the second spot. He turned at 11.9 seconds in the practice sessions earlier this afternoon. Really having a good run here as he tries to reel in the race leader, Bobby Grigas, in the 09. Hinckley still 4th. The top 6 will make it into the 100-lap feature. We're halfway. 6 laps completed, 6 laps remain, and we're taking the top 6. Holdridge on the outside. Look at Kenny Spencer hanging top, the Taunton Mass driver. On the bottom in car number 67. He's rolled into that 5th spot. Now Jimmy Kuhn is going to pressure the 0 car for the 6th and final qualifying spot as they come down the front straightaway. We got Bobby Grigas turning a lap of 12.2. The race leader. Whoa. Spencer off the pace. Jarvis went by, so did Vinny Anarumo. Look at your top 4 cars. And this is only heat racing. Vinny. Todd Anarumo. Thank you, Kevin. Todd in the 12. Next tree service, number 12, that's Todd Anarumo. Grigas continues to hold on to the lead. The white flag is in the air. 1 more lap to go. So they're nose to tail down the back straightaway, the final circuit in the opening round of qualifying. And the Sunoco checker is over the speedway. And the winner is Bobby Grigas. The Triple G Scaffolding 09 car from Marshfield, Massachusetts, taking down the opening round of heat competition for the True Value Modified Series. Jonathan McKennedy goes second in the power miss number 73. And Carl Pasteryak has a nice run in car number 75, the Dolly's Auto Modified. Les Hinckley in the 06, Jimmy Kuhn the 72, and Todd Anarumo. You know, I've called so many races with the modifieds here. I don't know, I just identify, so forgive me. I had Vinny in the 12, and it's the boy, the kid, Todd Anarumo, driving the car that Vinny has. Car number 11, starting down to the back end of the field. Heat number 2, if you've just come into the Seekonk Speedway, top 6 to qualify to get into the 100 lapper here tonight. John Spence turns and blows green flag over the speedway, and we are pounding the pavement out of turn number 2 as Rowan Pennick takes the top spot here, but they don't like the start. They're going back to yellow. Caution is over the speedway. Chief Flagman John Spence not liking the pace coming off the corner. He wants the 25 to keep the pace up in the front end of that field with that number 13 car, Stephen Massey, who has been a very impressive success story so far here in 09. Here's the green flag. And we're racing in heat number 2 as Penning jumps out in front. Jacob Dorr, the main rookie, on the bottom of Stephen Massey. They're side by side off the corner. And Massey in the veterinary ophthalmology number 13 car is going into second spot. Jacob Dorr runs in third. Lightning Lou Michelitis in the number 14. Then it's going to be Bateman, and it's going to be Dockenhausen right behind the number 17. Sean Boudreau on the bottom. The battle is for position. Mid-pack here, top 6 to qualify. Bateman running hard in the Jacks number 17 car, right alongside the defending champion Chris Pasteryak. Sean Boudreau hanging tough down to the bottom of 3 and 4 as he comes the low side in the Garage Cycling number 44 car, the Blind Machine sponsored modified. Rolling into the 4th spot. So the battle now is going to be between Vinny Anarumo and the rookie Jacob Dorr for that 6th and final qualifying spot as they roar into that number 1 turn and down the back straightaway. John Spence is going to cross the flags and show the leader Penning & Company halfway. Dorr and Bateman really battling it out here side by side through turn number 2. Vinny's going to work over the outside of Pasteryak as they go into turn number 3. True Value Modified Racing Series, the first of 3 events here in 2009. Highly competitive qualifying action here at the Conk. Vinny Anarumo and Sean Boudreau battling. And Vinny Hu in the Levex Tree Service, number 11 car, goes to 4th spot. Louis Michelitis has got a good run going in the Bears car. He's right there over the right rear of the 13 of Stephen Massey. Massey's able to round motor him down the front straightaway and hold on to that number 2 spot. Look at Boudreau and Pasteryak battling. There goes Louis to the bottom into turn number 3. 2 laps to go. Michelitis on the inside, moving into the 2nd spot. Vinny follows in car number 11. Here's your white flag for Rowan Penning, the Pennsylvania driver, leading the field around in the 2nd heat here. And the final circuit around the 3rd mile, the checkered flag from Sunoco Racing Fuels will fall to Rowan Penning. Louis Michelitis, the 11 car, Vinny Anarumo finishes in 3rd. Massey, Pasteryak, Bateman, and the 44 car, Sean Boudreau, the 05, Jacob Dorr. 18 modified for Eddie Spires. Spires out of Beacon Falls, Connecticut, the Cavalier. All righty, they are set. 12 laps, 6 to make it into the main. John Spence pulls them out of the corner. Green flag. The Superior Royal number 21 with Richard Savory at the controls. Tries to hold off Jimmy Dolan. Drops to the bottom of 3 and 4. Contends for the lead. Jimmy Dolan actually led. The number 69 car led the first lap, but Savory, not to be denied, is going to run hard and strong into turn number 3. Dave Bergman runs in 3rd. Rob Goodenough, Jeff Malarvey in car number 3. And then Kenny White and Mike Douglas. So closely contesting this one here. Very good race down the front straightaway as we complete lap number 3. It'll be Bergman and Jimmy Dolan battling it out for the number 2 spot. Goodenough and Malarvey, they're Nerf bar to Nerf bar right behind off turn number 4. And Kenny White, Eddie Spires, Mike Douglas Jr. Savory, the Superior Royal number 21. Fairly sizable lead right now, about a 3-car length lead down the back straightaway. Malarvey and the number 69. Jimmy Dolan battling. Here comes Rob Goodenough to the inside. Goodenough is going to pressure the number 69 Dolan for the spot. We are halfway. 6 into the book, 6 laps remain. Heat number 3 for the ground pounding modifieds. The rolling thunder of True Value Modified Racing Series as Richard Savory's got himself a comfortable lead here. Santora Oil also presents the number 21 here in 2009. Goodenough is in 4th spot. Kenny White's in 5th. Is Eddie Spires and Jimmy Dolan battling for that 6th and final qualifying spot. Mike Douglas Jr. is trying to get up there and race for the position as well as they work down the back straightaway. Lap number 9 on the lap counter in turn number 2. Savory's got a nice lead here as Goodenough works over Malarvey on the outside. Jeff Malarvey and Rob Goodenough with 2 laps to go. 2 more to go here, heat number 3. Goodenough and Malave continue to have at it here. Look at Spires and the number 69, Jimmy Dolan. That's the race right there. Dolan gets by Spires, stays back in that number 69 and 6th spot. The last qualifying position, Douglas off the pace. Sunoco checkers fall for Richard Savory, Bergman, Malave, Goodenough, Kenny White, and Jimmy Dolan in car number 69. 3 up, 3 down for the True Value Modified Racing Series as Jimmy Dolan's got a puff of smoke coming from the engine area of car number 6. For the True Value Modified Series. First of 3 events here at Seekonk Speedway in 2009. John Spence throws the green flag. We are racing. 29 modifieds came here to Seekonk tonight. 24 take the green. And down the back straightaway into turn number 3, Bobby Grigas runs the low line off turn number 4, and he is your first lap leader. Louis Michelitis on the outside of number 21, Richard Savory. They're battling for the number 3 spot, putting the pressure to Rowan Pennick, who's in that number 25 and running in second. Dave Bergman's in the 5th position in car number 82, and then we've got Vinny Anarumo in the 11. Les Hinckley works the outside of Anarumo. He is in that number 06. The fastest race on record for this series was right here at the Seekonk Speedway. And that was 25 minutes a couple of years ago. Michelitis getting pressure from Dave Bergman. Bergman on the bottom. They're side by side down the back straightaway. Pennick right behind the race leader, Bobby Grigas. Look at the battle going on for the number 4 spot here as Louis Michelitis is giving the number 14 car a heck of a ride here, running the outside with the number 82 of Dave Bergman. Bergman right in tight behind Richard. A little bumper tag there. Bergman into the back of the number 21. No harm done as Savory holds on to that 3rd spot. Scanning back through the field, running in the 7th spot. Car number 75. That is Carl Pasteryak, Rob Goodenough, Jeff Malave on the outside of the number 13. Stephen Massey. Massey goes side by side with Malave down the back straightaway. Then you've got Todd Anarumo and the defending champion Chris Pasteryak in the 15 Connecticut. Jimmy Dolan settles in behind Pasteryak as they work off the number 2 turn. To the front of the field, ready to complete lap number 11. Grigas. Michelitis still going after the 82, but look at Vinny Anarumo to the bottom of Michelitis, trying to steal that number 5 spot away, coming down the front straightaway. The Levent Tree Service number 11. Really putting on a show here behind Bergman as he's hooked up with Louis Michelitis, both of them former winners with the True Value Series. And so is Les Hinckley in car 06. Oh, Pennick went to the inside, and Pennick had to get on the binders, down onto the apron. He has the cone dragging from car number 25. Contact was made between Grigas and Pennick. Pennick was able to miraculously keep his race car going, and he has really got his work cut out to get back up to the front. Bobby Grigas, Richard Savory, Vinny Anarumo goes by Dave Bergman in the 3rd spot. Anarumo moving in the 3rd on lap number 16. Savory right up behind the race leader, Bobby Grigas. The first 4 positions are not strangers to the True Value Series, but they're making their first start of the year. Yellow is out. Stephen Massey draws the first caution on lap number 19, the point leader from Bellingham. here in late model competition. Marshfield, Massachusetts driver. Triple G scaffolding number 09. Ready to bring them the green now. John Spence calls them out of the corner. Green flag is in the air. Back to racing we go. And Bergman's going to try to work over the outside of Vinny Anarumo as they exit 2 and go down that back straightaway. Look at Hinckley. Hinckley's going to go to the bottom of Bergman. Quite a battle going on there. Carl Pasteryak, making a rare appearance with the True Value Series, has got a good run going in car number 75. Behind him, it's Todd Patnode. Todd Anarumo. Todd Anarumo in car number 12. Then Louis Michelitis in the number 14. But the race goes on for the number 4 spot here. Bergman and the 06 Hinckley going at it for the number 4 spot on the speedway. Vinny Anarumo right behind Bobby Grigas. 3 of your top 5 positions right now. Household names here at Seekonk. You can also throw Richard Savory into the mix. His father called Seekonk Speedway home many, many years. Here is the 06 Hinckley. Nerf bar to nerf bar with Bergman. Going into turn number 1. Les Hinckley's on the move. Second generation driver. Former pro stock standout of Monadnock Speedway. Right alongside Bergman for the number 4 spot. There goes Hinckley to the outside of Savory. Here goes Vinny Anarumo to the inside of Grigas. Vinny and Grigas battle out of turn number 4. Bergman stays low on the front straightaway. Hinckley works him over. He goes to 4th. We got a battle for the lead going into turn number 3. And Vinny Anarumo is going to take the top spot out of turn number 4. Todd Anarumo right up behind Carl Pasteryak. Louis Michelitis trying to stay with him. And right behind Michelitis, it is Rob Goodenough in the 1 New Hampshire car. 28 laps into the record books. Anarumo, his first start of 2009. And the Levick Stream service number 11 right now is on a rail. Grigas maintains a hold on the 2nd spot. Hinckley and Savory battling for 3rd. Todd Anarumo, the Francis Farm Clambakes number 12 car. Behind the veteran Carl Pasteryak. Here comes John McKennedy. Keep an eye on McKennedy and Dwight Jarvis. And also Chris Pasteryak. Chris Pasteryak, and John McKennedy are battling for position. They race right up behind Rob Goodenough through the 3rd and 4th turn. Dwight Jarvis is going to try and stay with McKennedy and Pasteryak, so that beer's watching. Here comes Hinckley to the outside of Savory. Again, Les is going to try it up top. Right up alongside the Superior Oil number 21. The race is for 3rd. McKennedy and Pasteryak right behind Rob Goodenough in traffic. That's out on the back straightaway. Good racing going on there. Pennick right up behind Dwight Jarvis. Race now for the number 2 spot on the speedway. Grigas on the bottom and Hinckley on the outside. Hinckley having a great run here tonight. This is Les Hinckley's best performance of 2009. And he moves into the 2nd spot and will try to keep Vinny Anarumo in his sights. 37 laps into the record books. Savory and Bergman. Bergman by Savory on the outside. David goes to 4th. Jarvis on the inside of Goodenough. Rob Goodenough battling the 2006 True Value champion. McKennedy gets by Michelitis. Keep an eye on that number 73. Whoa, Todd Anarumo in trouble in the number 12 car. We got a log jam over there, and the yellow flag is out. Todd Anarumo trying to make a move on the inside going into turn number 3. tire contact. And he lost control of the number 12, and he exits the speedway immediately here on the caution flag. And I think we're going to go green. Yes, we are. John Spence ready to turn him loose. One more time here, the action track of the East. There's your green flag. Back to racing we go. Bergman on the outside now. He's going to battle Grigas for the number 3 spot. Richard Savory is in Grigas' wake. Look at McKennedy and look at Pasteryak, the 75. Here comes Dwight Jarvis. Jarvis starting deep in the field due to the fact that he had to go through the consolation round. He won that. Started 19th here tonight. And he is on his way to the front. Third place battle between Grigas and Bergman. McKennedy's coming to the front. Here comes John McKennedy. He's up to 5th spot and he's going after Bergman and Grigas. Let's see what line he chooses to run. He goes right up behind Grigas. Bergman goes by on the outside in the 3rd. So Bergman had a good run off the corner, went by. Look at McKennedy underneath. McKennedy goes to the inside. He is racing for the number 4 spot and he's got it. He turned an 11.9 in practice here today. The fastest time that we recorded here at the Speedway today during practice. Anarumo, Hinckley, Dave Bergman, John McKennedy to the inside of Bergman. McKennedy made a little bit of contact with Bergman, drew the interest of John Spence. Bobby Grigas has still got a solid run going from his pole starting spot. Here's McKennedy to the inside of Bergman. They're going to battle for the number 3 spot out of turn number 4. And John McKennedy goes to 3rd. McKennedy in the power miss number 73 is on the move. 48, make it 49 laps completed. It'll be halfway next time around. Rob Goodenough up to 6th spot. Flags across, we're halfway. Vinny Anarumo with a comfortable margin. How long will that last? Hinckley, John McKennedy trying to catch up to Hinckley and race him for the number 2 spot to get a shot at that number 11. 51, now make it 52. Into the record books. A lot of nose to tail racing going on. Richard Savory fading in car number 21. Number 44, Sean Boudreau goes by on the inside. Savory may have the tires gone away. Look at the line Vinny Anarumo drives around this racetrack. That is full-blown knowledge of Seekonk Speedway. Low through the corners, up to the center of the back straightaway, and back down low going into turn number 3. McKennedy is closing on the 06. McKennedy closing on the 06. He'd like nothing more than a caution flag. McKennedy all over the backside of Les Hinckley. McKennedy's gonna, whoop, it looked like he was gonna make a run to the bottom. Thought better of it. Checked up, goes outside, and he's gonna race him Nerf bar to Nerf bar into turn number 1. 58 into the books, there goes McKennedy. McKennedy by Hinckley in a second. John McKennedy's got another classic run going here with the True Value Modified Series. Will Anarumo hang on and become our 5th different winner? Will McKennedy reel him in, pass, and win it to become our first repeat driver in 2009? Look at the traffic that lies ahead of Vinny Anarumo. Lots of traffic. 40 laps remain. Bergman's got a fourth place run going here. Bobby Grigas is in fifth spot. Rowan Penning back to a respectable sixth in car number 25. Rob Goodenough seventh, but off the pace. He bobbled out of turn number 2. Jimmy Kuhn and Dwight Jarvis go by. Eddie Dockenhausen works him over on the inside in the 10X car. 63 laps completed. Anarumo on the outside of Eddie Spires and right behind Louis Michelitis. McKennedy trying to catch him. John McKennedy. He can see the back end of that number 11 modified. Oh, he got trouble in the back straightaway, and the caution is going to come out for Jack Bateman. Jack Bateman, the veteran and the founder of this series, looping the JRB Jack's Engines number 17 on the back chute. Did not see the incident. Don't know if he had help or if he just lost it out there in the back straightaway. But nevertheless, Jack Bateman indicating the next time around, gentlemen, if I like the way you look, John Spence is going to turn them loose. Here they come. McKennedy and Vinny Ho. Green flag is in the air. Back to racing we go. Bergman's going to go to the outside of Hinckley. Hinckley goes to the inside of McKennedy out of turn number 2. McKennedy on the hammer down the back straightaway. He brings the Power Mist Racing number 73 right up alongside. Vinny Anarumo going into turn number 1. Dave Bergman runs on the 4th spot. Look at Rowan Pennick now. Pennick right up behind Bergman. Rowan Pennick. Dwight Jarvis making a late race burst here in car number 28. He goes by the outside of Bobby Grigas. Don't count out the old man in car number 28. Jarvis trying to get to the front. Jarvis trying to hook it up on the outside of Pennick out of turn number 2. Pennick, a little bit of, had a check up there behind Bergman in car 82. Dwight Jarvis is coming strong on the outside. Jarvis and Pennick ready to go nerf bar to nerf bar on the back straightaway. Here comes Jarvis up high through 3 and 4. Jarvis and Pennick. Another great race here at Seekonk Speedway. McKennedy trying to reel in Anarumo. Jarvis and Pennick all over Dave Bergman going into turn number 3. Wow. We got a Bon Verde here at Seekonk tonight as McKennedy's about a car length behind Vinny Anarumo. Wow, what a move by Jarvis. He goes by Bergman. Pennick's going to follow him. Pennick's going to try to go with him on the outside of Dave Bergman. Meanwhile, up the front of the pack, McKennedy right up behind Anarumo. Now we're going to have a shootout between these two as Dwight Jarvis tries to catch up to Les Hinckley and challenge him for the number 3 spot. A car length between, again, Anarumo and McKennedy. McKennedy trying to figure the way by. 74 laps completed. Now it's a regular Saturday night shootout coming up here. 25 more laps to go. Passing flag shown to Michelitis. The leaders down the front straightaway. McKennedy all over the 11 car. Vinny trying to hold on in his house. McKennedy wants rented. He wants to get in on the house as he comes up high off turn number 4. And he challenges that 11 up high going into turn number 1. Michelitis lies ahead of those 2 cars on the back straightaway. Dwight Jarvis is going after Hinckley. Don't count Jarvis out of this. Jarvis is going to get a top 3 out of this. He's on the outside of Hinckley. And here he goes. Up high down the back straightaway. Jarvis, the 2006 champion. Like he was last Friday night at Twin State, becoming a story late. Here goes McKennedy to the inside. And Vinny's able to close the door going into turn number 3. Jarvis to the low side of Michelitis. Hinckley stays with him down the front straightaway. Now does Jarvis have anything to catch up to John McKennedy here with 20 laps remaining at the strike? 20 to go. John McKennedy sees that traffic, the 2 cars that lies ahead. Could they become a factor here? Here's Anarumo protecting the bottom. John's going to try the high side. One more time on the 11 car. Down the back straightaway, McKennedy's going to go to the inside. He took a peek there. Man, oh man, is he all over Anarumo. To the outside. Into 3. Off 4. Up high going into the turn again. This time he's right alongside of him out of the turn. Vinny trying to outmotor him down the back straightaway. Now McKennedy's going to go. Right up alongside coming out of turn number 4. McKennedy's got his leg in it down the straightaway. And McKennedy takes the lead on lap number 85. John McKennedy. He, like Dwight Jarvis, started deep in the field. Takes over the lead on lap number 85. Vinny loose that time off turn number 2. Jarvis wants to get a shot at the 11 car. John McKennedy hooked up here tonight, but Vinny's staying right with him. Don't count Vinny Anarumo out as they try to go by Richard Savory in car number 21. The True Value Modifieds. Their fastest races have been right here at Seekonk and a year ago at Thunder Road in Barrie, Vermont. 89 laps complete. 10 laps to go. 10 to go for the number 73. Jimmy Kuhn has worked his way to 6th spot. Anarumo loose. Anarumo lost it off turn number 2, and Dwight Jarvis goes by. Vinny lost the momentum off the turn. He may have a tire going down. He was loose off 4. Jarvis went by, although Vinny's got it running again. But boy, he is noticeably off the pace in car number 11. The tires probably simply went away on the 11 car. Les Hinckley's 4th. 5th is Rowan Pennick. Jimmy Kuhn, a great run in 6th spot. Bergman and Kriegas continue to battle it out for the 7th position as they work the number 1 turn. Whoa, we got trouble on the back straightaway. We got a car around on the apron. And the caution is going to have to come out. The caution on the speedway. Profile restart, 10 or less, and here they come. Green flag is up. Back to racing we go. Jimmy Kuhn, an impressive run here tonight in car number 72. Here's Pennick looking to the inside of Hinckley. Hinckley drops the Chuck Montville GTO to the bottom of turn number 3 to protect the bottom. And we are getting ready to get the 5 to go from John Spence. 5 more laps to go for Jonathan McKennedy. McKennedy with another great run. A brand new car. They needed to go new after New Smyrna in February. And they have got this race car working beautifully. Plenty of horsepower and a very well-handling modified. Pennick looks to the inside of the 06. We got a battle going on there. There's going to be 2 laps to go for number 73. Hinckley around. Hinckley around in 4. Down onto the apron goes Les Hinckley. Yellow flag. Tough break for Les Hinckley. Alrighty, everybody's where they're supposed to be. Alright, here they come for the green. We got to restart. 3 laps to cover. Here's the 2 to go sign. The Connecticut Laborers Union 100. 2 laps remain. John McKennedy. Here comes Jimmy Kuhn to the outside of Vinny Anarumo. White flag is out. Jimmy Kuhn trying to get himself a 3rd here. Battles with Vinny off turn number 2. That's the race down to the finish here. Checkered flag from Sunoco goes to John McKennedy. Kuhn got Vinny. Kuhn just got by Vinny for a third place finish. Nice finish by Jimmy Kuhn.
Always a treat when the True Value Modifieds come to Seekonk Speedway, and what a great finish with John McKennedy, making it 2 in a row in the True Value Modified Racing Series and his first career here at Seekonk Speedway. He has always run strong here at the Action Track of the East, and finally being able to put one away. Dwight Jarvis, what a great run for him. And how about the run? Jimmy Kuhn in the SPI 72, his first race of the season. He sounded real confident coming into tonight's action, and he has picked up himself a top 3, just edging out Vinny Anarumo at the stripe by less than 1/10 of a second between 3rd and 4th. John McKennedy taking his victory lap here this evening in the Connecticut Laborers Union 100. With Dwight Jarvis 2nd, Jimmy Kuhn 3rd, 4th to Vinny Anarumo, and Dave Bergman rounding out the top 5. Seekonk always good to the hometowners, but picking up the win, John McKennedy. And as he comes to the start-finish line, let's send it down to the voice of the True Value Modifieds, John Spence.
All right, we're down here in Victory Lane, and our winning driver ready to exit car number 73. As for the second consecutive weekend, he has put the Power Mist Racing number 73 modified into Victory Lane. Win number 2 here in 2009, his 5th career win with the True Value Modified Racing Series. One thing's for certain about John McKennedy, you can guarantee he will be patient to work his way to the front. Come on over here, buddy. Congratulations on a great race. Did that work out the way you wanted it to? I mean, you just methodically came up through and passed at will.
Yeah, it was a tough race. For a while there, I didn't know really what to do with it. It looked like it was going to rain, and at the beginning I was, trying to get up to the front as quick as possible. Then I said, something, if it rains, it rains, and I decided to just, wait till about lap 50 to start going, and, the car just ran awesome. Can't say enough. The guys worked real hard, and I had an awesome race there with Vinny Anarumo and Dwight. Class A guys, and it was a blast, and the car was just phenomenal. Can't thank the guys enough.
John, I did hear you say down in the pit area before this thing started, you questioned officials about if we had rain and, what was the official race lap, and it would be 50 laps with this series. So you obviously had a concern. Was it a concern once this thing started? Were they telling you anything on the radio? Because we did have some drips falling from above.
Yeah, I could see it was raining. Every once in a while I'd see drops from the windshield. But like I said earlier, I just elected to, stick with my plan and, to save my car as long as I could to about lap 50, lap 60. And, if it rained, it rained. But fortunately, the race went our way, and we were able to have some tire left at the end, and that was a difference.
The interesting twist about this one as compared to last Friday night. Last Friday night, you went at it, and you held off a guy that raced a ton of laps at Twin State and Dwight Jarvis. He's behind you here tonight. You went after Vinny Anarumo, who's raced a ton of laps here at Seekonk. Was it a concern trying to get by Vinny Anarumo?
I knew it would be tough. Christ, the guy's been racing here longer than I've been alive. It was tough. I had to really work to get by him, and, I had to keep changing my line, and I was finally able to use the lap car as a pick, and it just worked to my advantage.
I mentioned on the PA here with about 20 to go, and actually during the last caution, that you crashed your race car down at New Smyrna this past winter. Had to go new for the 2009 season. This thing's working pretty good for a new race car.
Yeah, it is. It's a brand new chassis. I got to thank Eddie Flumke and Reggie Ruggiero from Raceworks. They got this car built, in a few weeks, and I'll tell you, I drove a lot of good cars, and this is a good one, and can't thank them enough. They build awesome cars, and the cars just work, and everywhere we've gone this year, it's just been great.
There's a lot of people over there that want to talk to you, John McKennedy. Go meet them. Congratulations on a great one here tonight at the Seekonk Speedway. Dwight Jarvis, a story last Friday night at Twin State, his home racetrack, and a factor in a story here tonight. Dwight, a great Dwight Jarvis patented run here in the late stages of this race.
Thank you. We worked hard on the car today. My crew, Brad LaFontaine, I want to thank him for all his suggestions, and he's always a big help to me. And it was a fun race, John. He's a fast kid. He's going to be hard to beat, but we'll get him sooner or later.
It's interesting when these young whippersnappers can come out here and race the way they do.
Oh, these young whippersnappers come out here and lay a smackdown on us. But I want to thank Seekonk for having us down here. This is a beautiful place, and hopefully we'll be back in one spot further up than we are.
Congratulations, second week in a row, a great run for Dwight Jarvis, the veteran from Muscatney, Vermont. And over here we've got a guy that's raced around this racetrack many times himself. He knows the way around the conch, and a great finish. Jimmy Kuhn, the first time we've seen you this year. You have got to be pleased with the way this ended for you. You did a great job here tonight.
Absolutely pleased. For what we went through here, we broke this motor in April here, and we thrashed right until yesterday, put the motor in yesterday, got it running at 5 o'clock to come here, so it got dynoed here at Seekonk today. I just got to thank all my guys and my crew, and everybody's worked hard this year to get this thing here, so look forward to Thompson.
You came on this series, the early years of it, and we haven't seen much of you. We're always happy to see Jimmy Kuhn in the lineup with the True Value Modifieds. You said you're going to go to Thompson on Thursday night. Happy to hear that. Can we see more of you here in 2009?
Yeah, I think we're going to run the Lee races, and I think we'll come back for the rest of the Seekonk shows also.
Fantastic. Good to see you. Great run. Be proud. You did a great job. Jimmy Kuhn from West Bridgewater, Massachusetts. A third-place finish here tonight in the first of 3 appearances for the series at Seekonk Speedway. That's going to wrap it up from down here. Kevin Boucher in Victory Lane. Do want to remind the fans we will be back here at Seekonk Speedway on the 15th of August for another go-around and hopefully another great competitive race like we saw here tonight. On behalf of Jack Bateman and the entire organization, I'm John Spence. Have a great ride home, a great weekend, and we'll see you Thursday night at Thompson Speedway, the next stop for the 2009 True Value Modified Racing Series Tour. Back up to you, Kevin.
Well, thanks a lot, John. And once again, the True Value Modifieds do not fail to put on a great race here at the Action Track of the East.